Well, we're drawing to a close of Wednesday evening. It has been a full day, and if you have been following all reports, you will notice something has changed. I was burned to a crisp today. So anyway, there is aloe vera growing around here, so we got some aloe vera that we will use shortly. So anyway, today that I went over with one of the ministers and our attorney, and we went and looked at some land. There's a congregation that's been here many years, and they had to change the location due to some frictions where the chapel was located. And so we went to look at some land. It was in a very rural area. We couldn't even get there by vehicle all the way, so we had to walk. So we were outside for hours negotiating, and I don't know if we're going to buy the land yet or not. We'd like it to be accessible by vehicle. That may be more information you really want to know. So anyway, then we came back and we had service. It's house fellowship today. And there were a number of people that came to that. It was actually Brother Peter's today. And they had lots of songs, lots of testimonies. They had a short message by one of the local pastors. And then I shared some of the Word of God, but I did an interactive lesson with them, helping expound on various scriptures in the book of Proverbs, touching on life lessons. So that was our day. Then we had a meal together there, just in fellowship. And while I was working on some of those things this morning, Renee was with some of the students and gave them a lesson. They had specifically asked to be taught how to bake a cake and decorate it. And so that's in their lessons for the first time in their curriculum. It required them to know. And so it was more than just book learning. They wanted to see, how do you make a cake? How do you decorate it? So Renee spent time with the girls and the teacher. And I think there's a couple of boys in the class. So they are continuing to work on the boys' house. The foundation is laid, and there's a lot of activity going on. Our days are staying full, and by the end of the day, we are very weary. So thank you all for your prayers for the work here. There's a lot of challenges that we're facing the last couple of years, especially, not just temporally, but we're facing some real spiritual challenges as well. And we would really appreciate God's divine intervention in some areas in the work. So if you think about the work in Kenya, please pray that the Lord would do something that man cannot do. And we're thankful for the blessings. We're thankful for all the children and those that have lives have been touched. And I know it's best to not get these too long, but I want to share something else that I should have yesterday. So when we were in service yesterday, one of the young women there, her name is Sarah, and we've known her for many, many, many years. A few years ago, we were there for services, and she had gotten married. She lived at Huruma. She was one of the orphans at Huruma. And when she grew up, she got married, and she came to services where we were, and she got saved. And it was such a blessing and a reward that while some have gone away and it's been a heartbreak, there have been others that have been saved and are living for God as adults. She now has 5 children, and she is the secretary in the congregation. And it was wonderful just to see this beautiful young woman with a family of 5 children who is one of the blessings that came out of the orphanage here at Huruma, and is now serving the Lord in another area, in another congregation. And that was a reward, and that I want you to experience the blessings of that reward, because many of you have sacrificed financially and with prayers as well for this work. Value of one soul. God bless you all.